link. You have to complete the link and then your project will be shared to you, okay? Just a
Okay.
form, just a form, and you are expected to conclude everything before on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, your project will be shared, and you will be graduating on Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So,
Okay, sir.
and I will not share it on that group chat. I will share it on your private DM. Okay, on your private DM. So,
Okay, sir.
so now we have already dropped. We are talking about the axis. Now, Savior, can you explain for us the axis so that they will understand what we just did? Savior, Instructor Savior, can you explain the axis for them?
Sir?
The axis, why
Okay.
we include axis.
Yes. Okay.
Explain it for them.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. Tells us the position, either the, I think the axis one tells us about the columns, and then the axis zero tells about the rows. I don't know, I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
Let me
Uh,
check.
so the axis, let me share my screen so that
Okay, sir.
you guys will have a better knowledge of it. The axis talks about the whether it's vertical axis or the
To
horizontal
Pandas.
axis. Okay, when used true is the position to the so let me share my screen, okay? Let me share my screen to it. So now axis is the position, the position, okay, is the position. The axis represents the axis zero or true or false. Axis zero represents the role, while the axis one represent the columns. Okay, and also it can be the vertical and the horizontal. Okay, I believe you understand what I explained. So let me share my screen to Google for you to understand it very well. So are you seeing my screen? Are you seeing the screen? Hello. If you can see, kindly speak so that I will know that you can see my screen.
Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen.
I can't see you.
You can't see it.
I can see it now, sir.
What is my screen displaying?
I can see your screen now, sir.
It's still on the
Okay.
Google Colab.
Okay. Now we are on Google, right? Look at it. Are you seeing the screen? Are you seeing the screen?
No, I can't see it. Oh. Okay, I can see it now.
Can you see this? Now, did you see this? Can you see this? What I just highlighted?
Yes, Python for machine learning.
Okay. Now, can you read the next paragraph for us?
Is it the one that started with 17 August 2021?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, a data frame object has two axes, axis 0 and axis 1. Axis 0 represents rows and axis 1 represents column. Now, it's clear that series and data frame share the same direction for.
Good. So good. I believe you understand, Abigail. Hello, Abigail. I hope you understand what we just explained.
Yes, I do. I do, sir.
Okay. So that is why. So we now want to drop. We are running late. So we want to drop. We want to drop our. We want to drop ethnicity race. Okay. Let's drop it. Now I have to copy the code again, and we want to drop this parental level of education, paste it here, and we drop. We have already dropped it, and let's see our data set again. So this is our data set. So, and this is a data frame. This is a data frame. This data that has data included is a data frame. So you can speak. You can speak.
Okay, I just want to ask a question. As
Okay.
we want to drop a data that is in row. For example, now this male that is in number 3. Are
In
you,
number three.
yes,
Okay.
I think we want to drop the male now. Can we say axis if is equal to false?
Then you specify the column, the index number. You use index number to drop the row.
Okay, okay.
I hope you understand.
Yes, yes, yes.
You have to choose the index number. You can say index if it's the role of index 3, you can say that drop in you can use the index to drop the row, the complete row. Okay?
Okay, okay,
Okay, so also do more research, okay? Is-
okay,
I will not teach you everything, but I have to teach you the basics and what you need to know. So also do research, okay?
okay.
Now, so we have dropped the column that is not needed. Now, did you see how our data is now cleaned? I believe you see how the data is cleaned now.
Yes.
So you might have data with missing value. Now, it's not all columns you need to drop. You have to know that some organization may need uh, the columns which is not filled. So you have to fill it with new or something. Not every column you drop. You have to field, most times fill the columns. Okay, and also um not every data, not every data you delete or drop. Okay, also have duplicate. As a data analyst, the data security is more important. It's more super important. So you have to hello Sonto. Abigail, can you hear me? Hello Abigail. Sonto, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, can
Okay,
you hear me, sir?
I think network. So let's move, and we have cleaned our data, and this is our data.
Sir,
So
can you
we
hear me,
want
sir?
to. I can hear you. I
Sir,
can
can you
hear
hear me,
you.
sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we have a word group by. The group by is like
I can
grouping
hear
two.
you.
Okay, group by. We have group by. The word group by. Group by is like grouping two columns together. Now we want to group by, and for us to group by, let's see what we want to group by, and we are going to see what we are going to group by. Okay, then I just want to explain for you to you what is group by. Group by is like grouping two or more columns together. So now let's perform some calculation. Let's add a columns. Let's add column. Let us add columns. Now for us to add the columns, we have to do it like this. Now we have to say the we have to call our data frame df. Then we have to name the columns we want to add. We have to name the columns we want to add. We are adding two columns. We are adding a column to this data set. Now we want to see the sum of the we want to see the sum of the math score, reading score, the writing score. So for us to do that, we are going to add them together. Now we are going to create a column called sum, the sum. Now sum, I'm going to assign sum to df, df now So remember to always put your columns name as string. Okay. Now we want to group sum everything here, the math score, the writing score, and all. So now let us start adding them together. We are adding them together, and now let's see, and let's add again the F and the writing score, the writing score. So we have created a column now which we are going to add. We have created a column which we are going to add, and we want to add it here, and look at it. This is how I added everything together. There's other way to add. You can use the sum, but I want you to take you guys to the basic part of it so that you will understand what we just did. Equals to the F. Now let's see our df, and good. This is the sum. I believe you seen what we just did. Abigail Sonto.
Yes, yes,
Did you see how it is easy for us to add mm, uh, thousands of code cells?
yes.
Abigail, do you see how it is easy to calculate?
Yes, I did. But sir, I would have loved to see the code again.
So look at it. There is other shorter way to add, but I make this is longer for you to understand what I did. If I'm the one coding it, and I can just press a simple code that we calculate everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you can use as. You can call your df just like, okay, just like this. You can locate your as, the as, and grew calculate everything together. So we have added the sum. The sum of this gave us this. When we plus 72, 72, 74, it will give us 218. Can you quickly calculate it for us if I'm right, if this code is right? Who can do that? Who can calculate if the Python code is right?
So if we can use calculator and calculate it.
Yes, if it's right.
Okay.
72, 72 plus 74. Let's see. 72 plus 72 will give us 144.
For 144.
144 plus 1 plus 74 again. 74
218.
218. So it calculated it for us, right? Okay, and this is it. Now let's create the average, a column from the for the average. Now for us to calculate for the average, now let's create a column. We are going to create a column. We are going to name it average, and this average is equal to, and now we are going to say df. Can you explain define for me average?
Average is mean now. Mean.
What do you, okay, normally, how can you
Okay.
explain for me average?
The sum total divided by the number of the values.
Good. Now, we want to sum the column of sum. This is a column of sum. You know, we have already added these three columns together. We want to divide it by 3. Well, we divide it by 3. So let me create here. Uh, sorry, I made mistake here. Okay, good. So I'm coming. Um, I'm going to add df and create a new variable name called df. I'm going to run it and I will run our df. Okay, now let's see the average column we created. Now this is the average. Okay, can you see how this Python code calculate the average? Abigail, did you see how it calculated the average? And did you see how I calculated it?
No, sir.
Okay, look, this is how I perform the calculation. I create a table, a column called average. I assign it to df dot the column we created, the sum column we created, divide by 3, divide by this 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is the sum. And I divide it by 3 and the average. This is the average. I hope you understand.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
So let's calculate if this calculation is right. 218 divided by 218 divided by 3.
72.66.
Let 72.
72.6666.
So the calculation was right, right?
Yes.
So I believe Python is easy now
Yeah.
without stress. Now, so this is our average. Now we have successfully created our average, and now, so what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? Okay, now let's grade them. Let's create a column to grade it. To grade it. Are you with me?
Yes.
Let's create
Yes,
a
sir.
column to grade it. To grade it. And if the average is less than 70, we'll give it a condition. Now, let's grade it. Let's grade it. Let's give them their grade. Now, we are going to create the F. Let's create a column for grade. And the grade, and we are going to name it grade. Now, that grade, we are going to assign it. We are going to assign it. Now, we are going to say df. Now, df. So, now we have to pass in conditions. And what are we going to do? We are going to say that if if the the average score is less than 70, do you understand what I'm saying? Hello?
I can
Yes.
hear you, sir.
So now we want to use we want to use our numpy. This is where we use our numpy to grade. We are going to say np dot where. Now where, then we have to pass our parameters, the average, the average, average, comma, where the average, comma, less than 50, less than 50, less than 50. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, less than 50 is pass. So 50, okay, and comma, we are going to say fee and comma pass. So now we want to grade it, and we are going to say if it's um, less than 50, it should be fail or pass. Now this is how we are going to run it, and I'm getting an error, and because of this. And so let's see what's happened here, and before we go further. Okay, okay, and this should be here. This should be here. So I'm coming. I think I'm having an error. Okay, let's see. Okay, what is happening? So I'm coming. Let's see this. Let me copy this again. I'm going to write it again. I'm going to say where. Now this is where I was having an error. df df average, then is lesser than 70, lesser than 50. Okay, let's say 50, comma. Now we are going to say fail or pass. So I pray this will work. Now, so I hope you understand what I did here before I run the code. Abigail and Sonto. Abigail and Sonto. I hope you understand what I did. Can you read it for us and explain if you understand? So before I move further. So I want you to understand that you might not grab everything once, but as soon as you run your project, you complete your project, you will be able to solve problems. Okay, the project
All
will
right,
guide
sir.
you. So what do you understand by this code?
Mm, mm, mm. Okay, I think he's trying to assign assign grades to their scores. So if the person has less than 50, if the person has less than 50, it will be assigned average. Less than 50 is fail and pass.
Good, good,
Then
good.
the average, I think DF grade, average. If it's less than 50, I think it's also average.
You just explain it. The grade, we created the column, and we want to insert our calculation, our grade for them. Now we perform some calculation. We imported our numerical NumPy, which we say the NP where the data, the column average. We have the average column. If the average column is less than 50, it should give them fail. If it's above, it should give them pass. Okay, that's what the code talks about. Okay, okay.
Okay.
So as times goes on, as soon as you begin your project, you will understand it very well, because you remember this our training is based on hand-on experience and hand-on practical. When you work on your project, you have more practical knowledge about this training. So this is just like introducing you to uh, Python for data analysis, Pandas for data analysis, and all. So, and we are going to run this code now. Let's see. Now, let's see our df. I'm going to say df equal to df and df. So let's run it. How do you see it now? How did you see how we grade you and the student?
Mm. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Are you guys surprised or shocked?
mm, yeah. I'm surprised and shocked at the same time. But
It's easy. Don't be surprised. It's easy to calculate millions of students' data or your universities. You can calculate all the departments just with a simple code. Okay, don't be surprised. With Python, Excel is okay. Excel is more difficult than this, but Excel is just drag and drop. I believe with code you understand, but people run from Python because of the coding aspect. But you have to get the knowledge of the foundation of Python. Okay, so I want to hear from
okay,
you. I want to hear from
I
you.
want to ask.
So
Wait, can I ask something first, please?
ask a question. You are free to ask a question.
Okay. Assuming you want to do it by, let's say, by position, first, second, third, the
You
last
can do
position.
it. You can do it.
Okay.
You can do it. You can use multiple. We taught you about if statements now, right?
Yes.
You can give multiple condition. If A is equals to, okay, now you can say if the student average is lesser than uh, 30, let's say 30 fee, or S, you can say S if the student is greater than 30 or equal to 40, you can say D. You can give multiple condition to as many as you can, okay, to grade the student.
Okay.
This is just two condition we pass in, fail and pass. We taught you about multiple statement, the if statement, right? So
Yes.
You don't need to ask me these questions again. I think
No,
you are not.
no,
You,
that's not what I'm asking. You didn't get my question. My question is if they are arranged in position, let's say first, second, third, and fourth, maybe in ascending order, based on their total or average score.
yes, now you can do it. You can do it. Okay, now you can do it. Still, this is how you can do it. Now, how? Wait, okay, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you
Okay.
a question. Okay, how will you know that the person is first position?
The one that has the highest average score.
Good. So now I will teach you on how to ascend in get the highest to the descending order. Okay, from the ascending to the
Okay.
descending order, you can see your grades. Okay,
Okay.
so I will. That is why I want to introduce you to group by. So you just rush me. I wanted it to take it step by step. At the beginning, I talked about group by, right?
Yes.
So when you want to you want to grade them or by their position, you can group by and then increase it in ascending or descending order. Okay, okay,
Okay. Yes.
okay. So now let's sort. Let's sort. If we want to sort values, you can sort by, okay, let's see. Let's sort by average. I'm not here for from you, Abigail.
I'm here, sir.
So I want to hear from you. I don't know why if you are shocked or if you are mute. I don't really know why you are silent or are you confused.
No, I'm not confused, sir.
So yeah, I just want to hear from you. How do you feel? How do you feel when you saw it?
Interesting sound easier.
Interesting and easier. Okay. No problem. No problem. Now, let's see group by sort. We have to use the word sort values. Now we can sort values, we can sort by index. Now we want to sort by the average. Okay? By the
Okay.
average, by the average. Now we have sort by the average and we can say ascending. Did you see ascending? Ascending is first. When we say ascending first, it will start from, let's see the example before I will explain, okay? Now we want to see, now, so it gave me wrong. Why? Because my column, you know, Python is case sensitive. My column is small letter, while the right column is capital letter, okay? Now, look at it. Did you see how we got the first position? And the first position is May, and he completed his test, and his math score is 100%. The reading score is 100. Did you see the how we got the position?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You can grade it. If you want to create a column to grade it, you can grade it. And how can you do it? You can declare the column you want. Okay, let's say position. You can declare df dot position. Then you can pass in condition. If the average is equal to 100, first position. If the order is like that, that is how you can grade. Okay, I think you
Okay.
with this you understand how you can grade. Hello.
No, yes,
So
yes, I understand.
Abigail, I want to hear from you.
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. I understand what you're saying, sir.
I hope you are good. You are flowing with this.
Yes, sir.
So now I want to teach you the word group by. We can, since we have created this, okay. Now we want to visualize our data. We need the gender and the average and their grade. Okay, we want to use the word the group by so that we can visualize. Now we want to visualize in Python. So let's group by df. We declared df dot group by. I told you we have a word group by. Now we want to group by the name, uh, gender, gender. Now, so you can group by the gender. Then you can use some. Let's see this. Let's see this. Now let's see this. Df. Oh, okay. Now the okay. Let's see. Let's see. Average. Let's see average. It did not display it. Let's see average. Okay. Now, I think I'm having an issue. Goodbye and goodbye. Okay. What are we grouping by? And I'm coming. Let me think. It has been long, oh, so let me think. Okay, we are going to group by different columns. Let's see this. Okay, let's see the gender, gender. Okay, the gender. Then for when we want to group, don't forget to put the square brackets, the square brackets. Okay, then that square brackets, we are going to also look at for, okay, we are going to look at for what? We are going to look at for the sum, and we are also going to look at for, we are going to look at for the average, and we are going to look at for the grade. Let's see grade. So let's see this first. Okay, and my
Okay,
brackets have
bracket.
not closed. Okay, the word group by. So, and when we want to group by, We are going to sort by the size. Let's see the size dots. Let's see size first. Let's see size and let's see this. Okay. Mm, what am I going to do again? Okay, I think I don't really know why I having an error, but we are moving. So let me look for the errors. So why the error? Okay, now okay, my grade is small letter. Okay, the function object has no attribute group by. So let's see why I am having an error. So I'm coming. Let me check out for this. Okay, okay, and mm, okay. Oh, I don't really. I'm just stuck. So sometimes that is how Python you might be flowing very well, but to get to the point where you have to understand what you are doing more. So can you look at the code and also check if I'm having some errors because I think I'm having some issues, but I don't really know where the errors is. Okay, so let me see if my column grade. Okay, the grade is correct. Okay. Mm, okay. Let's see. Let me add this. Okay. Go. Let me go back again. Df dot group by. Let's see the group by. Now let's group this. Let's group gender. Okay, gender and average. Gender and average. So dots sum. So let's see this still not working. So I'm coming a minute. My code is right. Hmm. Let me start again. Gender. Sometimes it might be the it might be the the string. So let's say this mean. So let me run this code again. Oh, wow, I see where my error is. I see. So I have to run this. I have to run this again. Okay. So my error is at the beginning of my. That was my error. Let's see df again. Let me run my data set. Wow. So I have to run everything again. I have to run everything again. So okay, and he said it's not callable. And why? Because this. Are you guys tired?
Yeah, I am
Now
actually.
this. So this is it. My code was having an issue with my importation. Those importation was not run. Were not run. Okay. I believe you understand.
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay. At my I have to import. I have to import. So all these libraries fails to load. So I have to rerun everything again for it to run due to network issues. Okay.
Okay.
So my code were correct. Were correct. So this is the average. This is the average of. So the female has 96% and the male have 55%. So when we want to visualize, we can also visualize. So let me see other code like this again. So let's see. Now we are going to we are going to see this again. Let's copy this. We are going to group by. Now we want to group by what again? Uh, by the sum, the total sum of the average. Let's see the total sum of the average. Now this is the total sum of the average. This is the total sum of the average. I believe you guys are following.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is total sum. We are grouping by. So then we want to get the real statistical. Then we are going to visualize and see how we can visualize these data. Okay. Now, so what other part again? So let's see. Okay, let's group by. Let's group by their average. Let's group by average without summing them. So let's see. Group by average. So let's see the F. So group by, okay, I'm coming. And let me copy this. Let's see, average. We are going to group by average and what's again. So let's see, gender. Let's copy this first. You are playing along, okay? Let's see something. So we are going to be through. Let's stay patient, okay? I just want to conclude everything. So with this, and
You no put comma.
okay, yeah, my data frame did not show the data frame, okay? And why the data frame did not show, I don't really know why, but let's see why my data frame did not show. So we can do it like this. So let's do it like this. We are going to group by this, and we are going to say, so we have seen how we can group by. So there's other way to bring out the two columns. So we are going to say df, and we are going to assign it to a new variable name called the average, the gen average underscore average. I think I can use a short form. Now let's see, let's see this, let's see this. So, and I want you to see how I brought these two guys out from the data set. Okay, so that is all we are going to do here, and also going to visualize it. Please, I believe I've spent a lot of time. So this is how we can group by. Okay, I believe you understand what I did. Hello, can you respond so that I can move forward? Hello,
Yes, yes, I'm following.
Abigail.
So,
So
yes, sir.
this is how we got these two. So we want to visualize it, okay? Let's visualize it, then I will save this work we analyzed to uh, Power BI so that I can visualize it. Then we call it a day. Okay, so now for us to visualize in Python, now we are going to create a variable. We are going to create a variable called data average. Average. Now this data average, I want to see the head of. I want to see this head of this gen average. So I want to see the head of, let's say, the head of 5, the head of, let's say the head of 10, because the head of 10, that is what we are going to visualize. So the head of 10, and we are going to run it. So let's see, and Since we have um, um, gotten the head of 10, and let's see this. Now we are going to um, s- uh, visualize this data, and we are going to say this, and we are going to name group it by, okay, let's use the average the average score, the average, okay, let's say